We're gonna do that before the
Yeah.
season
Oh, that was so
started.
good.
That was
Yeah.
incredible, and it was cool because for some people they had no idea, like they weren't familiar with these people. But even just that, like watching their bios and trying to do a little research, was so fun.
I'm amazed Nikki lasted as long as she did.
I think she was amazed. She did. She said, "I couldn't believe it."
But it was. I'd kind of gone off Nikki a bit before that, but then when she was on that, it was just like everything.
From Time Bomb?
Yeah, everything I loved about Nikki, I was just like,
hang on,
everything.
She is so good.
You haven't watched Nikki's first UK series,
Haven't you?
That is classic.
No, I'm clips only. But you know what? For me,
You've
to be
probably
honest,
seen the
that's
best
okay.
bit,
Because if she's on our show and the majority of people watching don't know her from her season, I also have to be able to be them as the host as well. So it's in a way it's okay, because if I come in with too much, pre-game knowledge, maybe I'm
biased,
no, but there's shortcuts I'm making in my interviews that other people can't come along with me on. So
I want the vodka.
Oh yeah, that's possible.
Go on, Gaz, what's the next question? Arissa's ain't got time for all this shit.
What do you think are the main differences between UK and Canadian housemates?
Well, I mean,
question,
so there's obviously...
I think so.
No, there's a million... To be honest, it's like, what is the same?
Yeah.
Because the feeds are different, the voting structure is different, the final's different. You guys will bring people in from the outside world who have experience, so you guys don't do jury. I mean, there's 1,001 things.
Housemates, not...
But
housemates.
culturally, what do you think the differences are? Like, we tend to smoke a lot and drink a lot.
You smoke outside next to the hot tub. And
but you'll find 2-3 people. You won't find 8 people.
Yeah. I don't know. Canadians just seem like...
What, clean living?
Cool people. Just very, very cool people.
But, I mean, we still have the range, right?
Yeah.
So we still have people who... I don't know. I don't know if everyone is like as enlightened as I want them to believe.
So I don't think Canada casts like the actual token irritant housemate. Like,
are you sure?
I don't know. Not
well, people can turn into the irritant.
Yeah. I can think,
which
of
is almost that's like kind of an interesting journey as well. When you see someone who you love at the beginning and then suddenly have become the irritant.
Yeah,
which will often get them voted out.
But there's been some. I think we go out of our way to cast conflict sometimes. This is a throwback which you probably won't know, but Big Brother 5, so quite a flamboyant gay guy came into the house, followed by a Muslim guy who had voiced that he was against gay people, so therefore you're looking for that blow up to happen.
BBUS does
Canada
that a bit.
consciously
does that a bit as well. But maybe because Canadians are just more chill. What's next?
Would you consider what? Would Arisa consider a celebrity Big Brother Canada?
I'm just saying. Do you think a celebrity Big Brother Canada would ever happen?
I don't. I mean, I'd love to watch it.
I would too.
I mean, I'd love to work on it. No, I think...
do you think
do you have celebrities in Canada apart from you?
Sure do. No, we have...
Is there enough of a pool? Do you have like a lot of trashy celebrities like we do?
That's the thing. I feel like we don't... No. But I know what you mean exactly. I think anyone listening kind of does know what you mean.
Celebrities who would be willing to do
I think... So
Lindsay's
celebrity, it's weird. We've got we've got your working celebrities, right? Mm-hmm. Which are maybe not massive outside Canada, and then we've got truly famous Canadians, which are
Justin Bieber,
truly famous. We have Russell Peters, Lily Singh. Like we have massive stars. But okay, there you go.
Louis Singh. We just know
Lily Singh. You don't know Lily Singh?
No, Lily. I thought you.
Never heard of him.
Wow, her. No, she's a YouTuber with like millions and millions and millions. You would love her.
Really?
You'd love her. You'd love her.
Okay, we'll check out.
So no, I think put in anybody. Put in the next 10 people that walk into the drugstore. Put in, do you know what I mean? I feel like you could honestly throw anyone in there and it would be interesting.
Entertaining.
Yeah, because they're isolated.
Yeah.
And they don't have access to technology.
And they got to work it out between themselves.
And they got to work it out, and they don't have
out of the wall with William in the store.
But they don't have a support system.
Yes.
And that, I think, is what...
Yeah,
it's the isolation and the lack of a support system. And a lack of diversion.
Yeah.
Didn't you think that US did so good on Celebrity Big Brother though, wasn't that?
Loved it. Oh my god,
it was amazing.
It was great. It was great.
I was surprised because I didn't think they'd be able to get their head around the strategy, but they did.
Like you guys do 2 celebrity seasons a year.
She had her head right around.
Oh my god, responsibility. Right.
Show off. Goodbye.
No, that was a fantastic season. That was great. I'm glad too.
Carry on.
Okay, so in reference to the conversation tonight, you mentioned groupthink. Can you expand on this concept?
Again, I'm attracted to
I was interested
to hear more about that.
So again, I am interested in the psychology of Big Brother, and
you guys have never really analysed the psychology of it.
What do you mean?
You?
Like we have psychologists
like Judy James
on the
side. She comes in, she sort of breaks down.
On Sideshow, we've talked about the psychology. I don't know if we've had an actual psychologist on to talk about it.
Like that.
No, but I think people on their couches at home, that's what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
Like assuming, figuring out why people do the things they do, because most of the time people aren't able to do that themselves.
Right? I've learned a lot about body language from Big Brother, just from the psychology, having it explained to me on the show.
Yeah. Like
tonight, for example, when Lewis was in the diary room, getting told he was leaving, and he was kind of defending himself. I noticed he touched his ear briefly, and I was like,
What do you think that means?
Self-comfort.
Is it? I'm not sure what it means. I can't remember. But I think if you touch your nose, you're lying, or something. If you cover your mouth, you're supposed to be lying. I was like, why is he touching his ear? Like, what does this mean? And I was like,
I think to me, it just seemed that he was extremely self-conscious and uncomfortable,
and hot.
Also extremely hot. No, but I think
groupthink.
Yeah.
You said
I think human beings are social. Human beings are social, and so they pick up cues from each other. And it takes a strong individual to go against what everybody is thinking, saying, doing, etc. So I think that's part of the reason why certain characters on the show, especially like the lone wolves or the wild cards or the people who are unpredictable, are so exciting to watch because
Caitlin.
No matter what's going on in the house, people find safety in groups, right? Just like
the nerd herd.
Yeah, but just oh my god, BB6, I love it. No, but like the idea that people want to be able to hide in plain sight, and I think there's a risk associated with standing up for anything, and there are people who are willing to do that, and not everybody can be that person. Some people can, but only sometimes. I mean, people pick and choose their moments, but I'm always attracted to people who can separate from the pack if they truly believe in the why of it, and so. Groupthink is inevitable, and it happens in a group just because human beings are by their nature social. But I'm always interested in seeing the ways in which people do that, buck the trend.
It's almost like mob mentality.
Yeah.
But then there's people who go rogue.
Yeah.
But it's different if you go rogue in BB Canada and BB US because it's your own housemates voting you out. Whereas over here, you can afford more to go rogue because the public can be like, yes,
can you?
like
Look where I got Thomas. He didn't fly with the public.
Well, that's vote to evict and vote to save, but we won't go down that road.
Ooh, I am curious. Okay, later I'm going to ask you about that.
Oh.
I'm so curious. It's such a huge difference.
No, there is.
I think you've got one more question here.
There's loads of questions from other people.
Sum up all the housemates in one word.
Yeah,
Jesus, you've got to label them.
No, only the
remaining ones. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Zoe.
Surprising.
Sean.
One word is different.
Surprising. I'm afraid I'm going to say surprising for each one.
You can't say surprising for everyone.
I'll say solid.
Solid's good. Akeem?
This is so hard. Sorry. I hate you so much.
Dead air's fine on this podcast.
We're known
Akeem, he's a pleaser.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Cameron.
Oh my. Young.
Is there one more?
Young.
Brooke.
Oh, Brooke. Yeah.
There's
Brooke. Contrary.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, Kian. Irish.
We're not asking you.
Screecher.
What? I said it just like Kian. Glittery. He's like such a glittery person today. He's glittery.
You said you enjoyed him today with the whole Oprah Winfrey scene where you went.
Oh my god!
He was just like, get out.
Hysterical. You know, I already am
like
prone to
like
when
that.
you guys go off. I love. He was so funny. I feel like that was the key, and I fell in love with it at the very beginning. Right? Yeah. I mean, that's what's amazing about the show, and you guys know, especially with whether they're long or short, you go on a journey, and usually the people you want to reward are people who you've loved and hated in the same season. Yeah. So when you see somebody coast all the way and just like rise, win, generally that's not the most exciting season, right? You want the people you want them to expose themselves, you want them to make mistakes, you want them to see them, own them, and move forward. And because it tells all of us that we can make mistakes and still move past it and still be wonderful people. In the end. Yeah. I think it's like it's comforting.
Oh, you actually changed my perception on Akeem a little bit today, because we were talking about the whole power of knowledge and the vote, yes or no, do I deserve a place in the final? And I'd voted no, you don't, because I felt like it was a stupid ass question to ask the public.
I thought it was brilliant.
And you'd said yes, and Arisa would have. Well, did you vote on that? You can vote in the polls.
No, I haven't voted. Okay. I never vote.
But you would have voted yes.
If I was a voter, yeah.
And explain the logic behind that, because you felt he needed that, right?
I think because he had the power of knowledge, he was able to find out that not one person had said his name for who their favorite housemate was. Imagine hearing that. And that's like, how many other people were there at the time? 8? 7?
I hate that.
That's a dark thing to find out.
I think you would have at least thought Thomas would have said it about him.
Yeah. So, and it's different, watching it was so fascinating because yes, it was yay positive. At the same time, you learned so much because there are certain people, like Lewis was dead on. He said 2 people who said him, right? He said Brooke and he said Cameron. But there's people who felt so strongly about one other person and that person didn't even think about saying them, which was like actually quite harsh. It's almost, it's, you learn a lot from that. And watching Akeem find that out, like watching his wheels turn and really understand what that meant. And I feel like if it was anyone else in that house, they would have absolutely crumbled. Yeah. They would have fallen apart.
He didn't go out and attack anyone about
it. He didn't. He took it on and
took it on the chin.
And so that made me respect him in that he is so much tougher than some of the other people in there. And they can't see it. All they see is he's a people pleaser and therefore he's not real. He must be fake. He can't be this nice. Absolutely he can. I know kind people like that. And their flaws have nothing to do with being, not nice. They'll have other flaws, but that's not it, right? So I think when he used his question, because I was thinking about it, I'm like, oh God, I don't know what I would have asked.
I don't either.
But that question was the same thing. When I first heard it, I was like, this is a lame question. And I was like,
I didn't know.
Wait, because he actually, it doesn't really help him in the game. But actually, as you said, like he needed that reassurance that actually
if he had said, to be there. If he had found out it was no, like it was kind of, I kind of wanted him to know the percentage. But if you found out that it was no, man, I don't know what he would have done. He needed it so badly. When they said yes, it was like I understood why he asked that question because I can't think of another question that would have given him a better insight. Or that would have really helped his game that much more, honestly, if it's yes or no.
Unless it was, do I deserve to win? Which is kind of simple.
But I like that he didn't go that far. He just took it there because if you should win, if you should win, he'll win. But you have to get to the final before you win.
You changed my perception on Sian a bit tonight as well. So
why is that? So?
Just because you were like, she's kind of stoic. She's kind of
thinks for herself.
She doesn't sway on her own opinion, and I don't know. I still don't really like her, but it made me think about her in a bit of a different way.
The only thing is, like, Sian hasn't entertained me, so
Sian
therefore
can fuck off. She can be out sixth.
She can be out sixth,
yeah, will be out sixth.
I struggle with these finalists because I don't feel like many of them have really entertained me.
Let's face it, Lewis should have won.
Obviously, we have to place our votes, like, to choose, to reward these people.
Who are you going to vote for?
And I like to reward.
Who will you vote for?
I'm going to vote for Akeem because I feel like he's been there all the way, and I think it means a lot to him. And I could never vote for Cameron after his YouTube video. I'm sorry.
Okay, and what about you guys?
You won't be voting for Cameron.
I might.
No, you fucking will not.
This is a strange one for me. Because, like...
Gaz, you will not be voting for Cameron.
You can't tell me what to do.
Fucking Cameron
I'm not going to group think with you.
You are going to group think with me.
She'll never talk to you again.
You bet.
Make your choice wisely.
I'm going to get a new co-host.